What's going on, guys? We are closing out. Yes, 90125 with Hearts. This is the last track. Hearts is the album's second track that is credited to the whole group. Raven came up with the chorus and bridge a few months prior to meeting Squire and White for the first time. Kay wrote its keyboard introduction. Rabin developed a melody from it, and Anderson developed his counter melody. Alright, there you go. Alright, let's do it. Closing it out. Hearts. Bam.
Set your heart sail on the river. Look around as you drift downstream.
So that's Trevor.
Souls into the ocean. Take account of all you've seen. One people.
And that's John Anderson.
Together. Freedom for today. So easy, the future. So see the children's way. Two hearts are better than one.
Wow. Yeah, I like this one too. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that was a good end. That was a good end. Yeah, this had like drama to it. Yeah, this was nice. I like this. It was big, but it had drama to it also. I like this one. Okay, so what was that part? That part that I said sounded like the phrasing was like it was like a police or sting or whatever. Don't stand, don't stand, don't stand so close to me. It's that song, right? The verse. Din 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 din. It's like the same kind of phrase. That's why it caught my ear. I was like, plus his voice, just like it's like him and Sting. They're like adjacent. It's wild. Okay, yeah, I like this one. I like this one. I do. I think that this is a really good one too. So what is that for me? That's pretty much the whole side one, and then Our Song. Cinema was fine. Our Song and Hearts. Yeah, so the only ones that I wasn't crazy about was Leave It and City of Love. Leave It more so not as into than City of Love. Yeah, this one was nice. I like this one. Yeah. Okay, so what do they say? Review in the Morning Call considered 90125 one of the band's best releases. Whoa. Calling it the missing link between the popular earlier albums, the Yes album, and Fragile. Really? Described Kay's keyboard parts as dreamy and at times a contemporary rock attack, okay? Favoring this style over the more flamboyant approach adopted by Rick Wakeman. Wow. There's probably going to be some people that aren't into that, huh? I assume. All the Rick Wakeman fans, right? Rick Wakeman, that's a name right there. Review also stated that the stalwart rhythm section of Squire and White hasn't lost anything and named Rabin as the biggest surprise of the group, who adds much needed gutsiness. Okay. Furthermore, the review compared Cinema to a Jeff Beck track. Okay. Review for the LA Times, prominent role of Rabin in the group, but believed it falls short of the band's previous albums because of Anderson's reduced input into the songs or lack of the old inspiration. Hearts named Hearts as touching on the monumental yet warm music Yes had made in the 70s, specifically Awaken. Yeah, okay, yeah. From Going for the One. Yeah, no, really though, it did kind of feel like this was more like old. And that's interesting also because Awaken was a closer, right? I was thinking that. I was like, man, them and the closers. Heart of the Sunrise was the closer of Fragile also. Yeah, they got some good closers. Nonetheless, wrote the album is densely dynamic and liked Owner of a Lonely Heart for being catchy and full of unexpected turns, and wrote the simpler tracks Our Song and Changes. Wow, you think those ones are simpler? Okay. Allowed Yes to change their sound without too seriously damaging his reputation. Conclude that 90125 is enjoyable, only somewhat disappointing. Okay. Some other person gave a mostly favorable review of 90125 for Rolling Stone, points out Owner of a Lonely Heart sounds too hip, too street smart for a band whose idea of a pop song was once something as rococo as Rococo. Rococo. Feel like I have something in my butt. Hang on. As Roundabout. Okay, yet credits the band's reinvention to Horn's production with flashy pop sensibility and his handling of the group's vocal harmonies. He thought Cinema and Our Song showed Yes displaying old tricks with such overblown tracks, though complimented the record as a whole for its accessibility. Okay. BAM magazine praised 90125, thinking Yes' dramatic rise from the ashes of rock's touring heaps had created some of the year's freshest and most undinosaur-like music. Oh, wow. With its stunning blend of pop, synthetics, fusion, and classical music. Okay. Critic and author, some dude, thought 90125 was the band's most successful and sociable album of their entire catalog, comparing Owner of a Lonely Heart to The Police. Yeah, see? I'm not the only one that hears it. He declared the record a rich album experience with legs. In a retrospective review for AllMusic, 90125, 4.5 stars out of 5, calling it a stunning self-reinvention by a band that many had given up for dead, while complimenting Horn's slick production work and Kay's crisp synthesizers on Changes. He also cites the vocal arrangements on Leave It and the beautifully sprawling Hearts as high points on the record. Wow, Leave It is not a high point on the record to me, which has nary a duff track. Okay. David Ellefson of Megadeth, formerly many times, stated his fondness of the album, particularly Rabin's guitar work and quality of the production. He called it a game changer and named it one of his Desert Island discs. The album's orchestral stabs were an influence of Megadeth's first album, Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. Yeah, the orchestral stabs talking about Owner of a Lonely Heart, because, yeah, that was, wild. Okay, so interesting. Yeah, it's pretty good. The whole first side I liked. And then again, just Leave It and City of Love to me are just no's. But it's interesting how this, as I said, from the beginning, just tying it all together, this is like Yes from a different angle. And that angle is the 80s. It's the 80s. And, Trevor Rabin, is obviously a major change with that, and viewpoint from his angle, because that's like a major sound change and also composition, writer change for them. But yet then you have songs like Hearts definitely changes, and Our Song, I would say those tracks remind me of it's like old Yes and this version of new Yes. It's like that's where they're meeting, is those three songs, for me at least. Somebody that's more better versed Yes fan would definitely probably have more insightful things to say about that, because I don't know their catalog like that, but we'll see. I'm gonna pick up the next album right after this, so reverting back. That's what we're about to do. Yeah, overall this is pretty cool. This is definitely pretty cool. It had a lot of good moments for sure in it. That was nice. At first, I can only imagine how people thought when it first came on, having been a Yes fan, and then all of a sudden hearing this album, and just the difference. Yet if you keep listening to the whole album, you catch similarity. Oh yeah, this is like old Yes. This has more of that old Yes in there, right? But overall, it really is kind of a different Yes. Kind of is a different Yes. So, interesting. Not a ton of Chris Squire happening. I mean, he is in some of the songs, but especially like at the beginning, where I'm like, where is he? This could be anybody. What happened to Chris Squire? This could be anybody playing the bass, right? It reminds me of that one Rush album where it's like, this could be anybody playing bass right now. This could be a session guy. You'd never know the difference, because it doesn't sound like Geddy Lee, like at all. Forget what album that was. Was that Presto? Or one of the albums around that time? I don't remember which one it was. There it is. Pretty cool. All right, awesome. So I guess we're on to, what was that second album? Time and a Word. Coming up next. I'll catch you then. Later.